Careful.
To be a father.
There you go. Good job.
Is to be a beacon.
There we go. Go.
Of unconditional love.
All right, let's get you all in there.
Joe Klick
There you go.
knows he will walk the playground with his 3-year-old daughter
Going so high.
until she says it's time to go.
She'll let you know exactly what she wants to do, and we'll do it. And you want to go on the playground now?
He knows the power of a father because he knows his journey to find his.
Talked to my mom, and she told me about this young love of her life, and she knew his name was Skip.
Joe grew up in Minnesota, lived in Florida and California, and landed in Temple, Georgia.
Beautiful.
He found out at age 40 about a biological father he never knew.
It was hard. I mean, every time I'd watch a movie with a father-son, that's all I would think about. Then I would think, okay, who was he?
10 years went by. This past Christmas, Joe received a subscription to Ancestry.com. His DNA showed not a father, but an aunt.
And Joe Klick shows up on my DNA chart.
Diane Finneman.
And I'm thinking, who is this guy?
Diane and sisters Colleen and Jackie still live in Minnesota. Her page only mentioned those sisters, no brothers who could be Joe's father.
When he said, but you don't have a brother, so that can't be. I thought, yeah, I did. I said, but I did have a brother. His name was Wallace Skip Schmidt, but he died back in 1972 after he came home from Vietnam.
Wallace Skip Schmidt. So, get emotional when that hits, because it's like, wow, okay, there it is. It's done. It's like, I know who he is.
But he didn't. Not yet.
Here we go in boot camp.
At a time when most were drafted, Skip Schmidt enlisted in the Marines to follow his father.
The twins platoon, because it was during the middle of the baseball game. They were all sworn into the Marine Corps, and then they marched him right off and on a bus, and they were gone to boot camp.
Then Vietnam. Skip's pride in his mission faded fast.
He said, everybody I know is dead. And several of them died in his arms. That's why he had such post-traumatic stress disorder when he came home.
4 years after he came home, Skip took his own life, never knowing that just before he left for war, he conceived a son.
If he would have known, knowing Skip, he would never have committed suicide.
Oh, that's for sure.
That's the bitter part of it all.
It's like, wow, I got this whole other family and all this, but then at the same time, then it's but the one person I was trying to, find the whole time I will never meet.
Joe knew right away he still wanted to meet everyone else. 2 days later,
So this is cute, little bunny.
the 3 sisters gather with a 4th, Shannon, at the Twin Cities airport.
She called me and asked me if I was sitting down. I said, yeah. And she said, no, really, are you sitting down?
And then
There they are, there they are, there they are, there they are.
Who's first?
they meet, they hug, they talk face to face.
You do look like your dad. Oh my God.
They express with their eyes what won't fit into words, except 2 words.
Welcome home.
The families spend the weekend meeting each other,
It's gonna be chilly out there for you.
celebrating Skip. An event for Vietnam vets brings out the whole family.
I'm your cousin, second cousin.
She would be my great aunt.
I'm so happy to see you, man.
It is all so much for one weekend.
He's a treasure to our family.
Thank you. Thank you.
Want you to know.
But it is all so needed for this father and son.
Surreal, just finally, So this is the best possible scenario that could have happened.
For Untold Atlanta, I'm Matt Pearl.